There are actually some big mistakes that you can make in Legends, and I'm going to go over some of the ones that I made in this video so you don't. Hi everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here, yeehaw, and here are 10 mistakes I hope you do not make in Legends ZA. First, with the day and night cycle in the game, I think a lot of people can think that they're missing out on something or they're actually ruining their progress if they don't run off to the battle area as soon as nightfall starts. That is not the case. It is very simple to set the day and night cycle back. You could just sit on a bench in the game and head right back to night. So do not stress if you are missing one battle area or something like that. You will not lose some sort of crazy amount of progress in the game. You are totally fine to explore the city, head to the wild zones where there are different Pokemon at night, or at least oftentimes one of the ones you couldn't find at night. Do not stress about it. I know at first it feels like, I have to get there immediately. You don't, you're good. The next thing are not getting these plushes early enough. You are going to be getting these by turning in those screws that you are able to find in the game. Let me go ahead and find those guys. The colorful screws right here. And here is where you turn them in on the map. All the way down here at the race scene construction. This is where you go. I did not know this at first, and man, this is so unbelievably important. You just head right out here, talk to this dude right there, and you can turn the screws and then you find these, by the way, when you are moving around the map and you're finding those like purple looking Pokeballs on the map, and you can turn these in for really great bonuses, things that make Pokemon easier to catch, give you more experience, give you more gold, etc. Next is about money, and I never really know how much money you should spend in a game like this. I always am pretty stingy, if I'm being honest, in JRPGs and stuff like that, and I feel like I'm never buying stuff in the shop. They flood you with money in this game. It really feels crazy, especially when you are getting like a long streak of wins in one of the battle areas. You just get a ton of cash. So do not stress, head to the shop, buy all the Pokeballs you want, buy all the items that you need. Like, you're good, you're okay, you do not need to worry about money. This game, it makes you feel like you grew up with rich parents or something like that. I wouldn't know, my parents were only extremely rich, not just rich. Can you imagine? Why would I be doing this? Mistake number 4 is thinking that you need to get stuck on these obstacle puzzles or moving around the map trying to get these colorful screws early in the game. I spent way too much time looking around the map trying to get these screws. You do not need to do it a lot of the time because you're not actually able to roll over these edges in the way that you need to, because later in the game you unlock a different way to move around the map. This is one of the most important things I could tell you in this entire video. Do not get stuck. Please, I'm telling you, do not get stuck in some of these puzzles where you're trying to climb this scaffolding and you're thinking, if only I could just roll right, if only I could just get over to this edge, maybe I could roll into the wall and it'll bounce me over. Like, yes, there are some weird interactions like that, but you get a movement mechanic around the map when you are falling off edges where you kind of hover a little bit, and that will get you to some of these things. I know, trust me, I got stuck there as well. Do not get stuck there, just move on. Once you get this movement upgrade, which is I'd say about halfway through the game, which comes pretty fast actually, just halfway through the story missions. Once you get this move upgrade, everything is easy. It's smooth sailing. You can get them all without even trying, it feels like. I was a little disappointed to find that out because I spent so much time trying to figure out exactly how to get around some of these scaffolding puzzles. But please, take it from me, move on, get your move upgrade, and then back to it. Number 5 is items. In a lot of these games, I feel like I'm not using my items effectively, especially my rare candies, my experience, even my potions and things like that. I feel very stingy in games like this oftentimes. And I do think that in this game, you can go nuts. I talked about this with money earlier, but don't make the mistake of not using your items. Use your items. Just go for it. Heal your Pokemon, paralyze heal, use it in go for it. And one thing I will notice in this game that is different from some of the others to me is you're in these areas longer where you're kind of like stuck in this area battling a lot of different trainers, and you can easily heal up throughout it, and people will give you items after you beat them and stuff like that. So do not stress about items, do not stress about name, just go, you are good. Number 6 is about mega Pokemon. There are a ton of megas that I'm sure you are interested in, I am interested in, and a lot of them, all of them essentially unlock by progressing the story. There aren't megas that you can just find in the environment. There aren't like hidden secret ways to get it. it, at least from what I've experienced in the game. Maybe there is something very, very late game that you're going to need to do, but in general, the way to unlock the megas you are looking for is to progress the story. Then there are a couple places you can pick up megas. Let me show you on the map. Right here at the Stone Emporium, you will find mega stones, and then as you progress through the story, you will find more mega stones here at Quasartico Inc. And as you continue through the game, you will find them by completing some of the larger battles in the game, and you will also find more and more of these stones at these areas, and they will continue to unlock as you progress. At first, of course, you're thinking, I need to get this mega stone for Ampharos, like how do I do it? I need to, you know, on and on and on. You get them as you go through the game. Don't stress, it will all be revealed. There hasn't been anything that seems like a complete hidden secret at all with the megas. Tip number 7, get yourself a strong Pokemon and allow it to sweep through a lot of the enemies. I found personally, I love Ampharos, so using Ampharos with Thunder Punch was super easy. You get this Pokemon very quickly. You can use a ton of candies to level up one of your sweeper Pokemon and just send them into an area and destroy everything. I know it's a kind of cheesy way to play these games, but having a level advantage is incredible, and the more you are winning, the more you are winning. Make it easy on yourself. Just move through a lot of these areas, KOing a ton of Pokemon, and feel free to do that in some of these wild areas as well. Just move through, catch things, KO them, you'll do fine. Tip 8 is about shiny Pokemon and Mabel's research. They kind of go hand in hand. So Mabel's research is set up around you mostly capturing different Pokemon and capturing all the Pokemon in a wild zone and things like that. Notice that it will ask you to catch a ton of a certain type, so don't be afraid to get a ton of duplicates of certain Pokemon. It doesn't really matter at all, and it helps you in your research as you are going. As you are moving through your research all the way to level 50, you will unlock the shiny charm. That looks like that right there. You get that at level 50, and it makes it more likely that you will encounter shiny Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon have a sound, they have an indicator next to their name. There's so many things that alert you to the fact that they are shiny, and it looks like they're even easier to catch than other Pokemon in the environment. The few that I've run into in the game are easy to catch, and it's really obvious they are around. So do not stress about shinies. They will get better as the game goes on as well. Next is about battle aggro. So when you are in especially the battle zone, you will notice like kind of how enemies are they're looking in a direction. It feels very Metal Gear Solid to me, like they're looking in one direction. If you're going anywhere else outside of the cone where they are looking right in front of them, you are totally fine. Once you are in that cone, their like aggro meter starts to fill up, and then you move into a battle. You can actually move yourself just even slightly back as soon as you see the aggro from them start, like their vision start to increase, and then you are right out of it, even if you're looking directly at them. So the easiest thing you can do in these battles is kind of get yourself just in a slightly like off their vision center, move around them, and then send your Pokemon in for a sneak attack. It is the easiest way to deal with almost everything in the battle zone. It is kind of too cheesy and too good, but you can cheese your way around a ton of these encounters, and it just makes it so fast. You end up like zooming through all of the battles in the battle area, giving you tons of experience. You one-hit KO everything you're running into. It is kind of dumb, but it is going to move you through these encounters super quick. So as long as you're kind of not in that cone right in front of them, even if you're back far away, you can just look at them until they turn the other way, walk right up, send a Pokemon in, and have your move hit before them. The other thing you can notice is just by sending your Pokemon, that does not start the battle for them. You can send your Pokemon to attack and then move back around a corner and you're set to go. My final mistake that I think you could make is to try to play this game in some other way than the way you want to play it, spending too much time trying to shiny hunt a certain thing that you're not that interested in, or trying to min-max something. I know you're watching a video like this, so you got to think, Jake, why would I take this advice? But truly, you only get to play this game one time. You get to play this game your way. By one time, I mean you only get to play this game the first time. One time. You get to pick your partner Pokemon the first time, one time. You get to experience all this the first time, one time. So enjoy it, do the things you want to do, explore the environment. It's okay, waste some time, have some fun. It's one of the best things you can do. You'll never be able to get it back. So enjoy it, enjoy that first playthrough, enjoy some of these first battles. Maybe you get knocked out, you don't run into a situation with the right Pokemon, like enjoy it. You only get to have all of those moments once, so enjoy. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you. I'll have more Legends stuff here on the channel. I'll see y'all next time. We did it.